let's uh let's have a more controversial, more interesting, kind of out of the box question here. I want you to, each one of you, I want you to give me your argument for whether you think Bigfoot is real or you think Bigfoot is a hoax. And I really want you to convince the viewers as to why. Like, why should we believe you that Bigfoot is a real creature or not a real creature? So, I'm not starting. Who wants to start? Not it.
I didn't know we were supposed to take like a hot take on this.
Ask Amelia. Yeah, we're unorthodox here. We're out of the box. This is, you can. How about this? Before I go too into detail, we're not going into like 9/11 conspiracies or like too deep into political or religious philosophies on this podcast, but I mean, a lot of things are fair game. I'll just say that.
It all started with the Knights Templar and the Illuminati. No, I'm just kidding.
Josh, I feel like you need to start this.
I don't know about Bigfoot.
That's all right. It's got to be convincing though.
Is
You,
it the same thing as a Sam Squanch?
who's seen Trailer Park Boys? No. Oh, Josh, nope, they didn't get it.
I don't know. We'll just say no.
All right. So Josh says no.
I could
I
go
have
both
not, no.
ways.
Well,
That's why I don't have a hot take on it, because I could go both ways. I kind of lean towards no, just because, like, if there was something that big out there somewhere, somebody would have some really, like, solid evidence of that. You'd have a body, you'd have, like, solid video evidence, not just some grainy picture of something. But on the other hand, there are a lot of like really isolated places where people don't ever go. So I guess theoretically something could hide out there. So there could be some kind of Bigfoot animal. And it's kind of crazy. There's stories of it in cultures like all over the world. And so where did all those stories come from? You can't just think that they heard like other people saying it and adapted it to their culture. So there's got to be some grain of truth in something that they're basing it off of.
Yeah, I guess I've got kind of similar opinions. Like, it would be cool if it was real, but I'm more inclined to believe not because, yeah, by the modern day, you would think that that would have been a thing that would have been able to be discovered by now. Yeah, there's certain large animals, like, it took forever for, like, Europeans to discover the okapi and stuff, but also, like, that's a lot more rural, jungly type terrain than most of the United States is now. And also, like, it wouldn't just be able to be one animal for hundreds of years. There would have to be enough to be like sustaining population. So, like, how would you not only be able to miss like one big ape thing running around in the woods, but like enough of them to actually have a viable population going on? But um it's interesting to think about like where did the origins of these kind of folklore come from.
I will probably be the most controversial and say I just flat out don't believe that there is a Bigfoot. Just out of ignorance and like just not knowing the topic very much, and like seeing all on Discovery Plus all the Bigfoot shows, and uh, I don't know, they just remind me a lot of the ghost shows. And I'm not hating on people that are into that thing. If that's your thing, like, we still want you to follow us and watch, but I
Now that
just
I actually have a more interesting story about.
but like these shows where they're going out to look for it, you know how much money they're probably spending. I mean, their budget is probably more than I've made in my life, and they can't even find something that they could turn into like some type of research lab. Like, they say all the time, like, oh, the footprints are inconclusive, and all that. It's like, are we talking about an election, or are we talking about finding an animal? Because I just, I don't know. I feel like somebody in the audience is going to leave a really important comment, and they're going to really educate me on this. Like, I want to understand. I want to understand your side. I need your help because I just don't believe it up to this point. Like, I need to see some type of Christmas miracle. Like, I need something to really believe this. But if you have a very convincing argument about Bigfoot being real, please post it in the comments. And, we're all going to read the comments, so we'll get a chance to see this, and maybe we'll talk about it for a part 2. But up to this point, no. I'm sorry, I'm not Team Bigfoot. I'm not even on the fence. I'm hard left, like, not at all. So, there we go. Controversial enough.